You ready? Yep. Welcome to Mrs. C's online art room, where you can do art in your PJs. You don't have to brush your teeth, but probably you really should, because if you don't, that's kind of gross. Let's make some art. Konnichiwa, students. A few weeks ago, I asked you to vote for Art Around the World, where you'd like to go next. And I got a lot of votes, and I got a lot of different countries, but the country that got the most votes was Japan. So konnichiwa, which means good afternoon in Japanese, won't you please join me on Art Express as we take a trip to Japan?
Welcome to Art Express Airlines, Flight 1234, leaving for Japan. We realize that you have a choice in air travel, and we appreciate you flying Art Express. Konnichiwa, and welcome to Japan.
So today we're going to practice using value in our art. And remember, value is an element of design, and it means the lightness or darkness of a color. And we're going to keep it real simple today. All you'll need is a pencil and a piece of paper. It doesn't matter what type of paper. You can use line paper, computer paper, whatever you got on hand. So go ahead and grab those supplies and come back, and I will teach you how to use value to draw and shade in Japanese bamboo.
Okay, so I have my piece of paper and I have a pencil and a little Q-tip I can use for blending. Now, if you have a blending stick at home, go ahead and use that. Some of you may, but most of you don't. So I'm going to use my HB pencil. If we were at school, we'd have those lovely B pencils. That stands for black. Remember, we use them for value, but we're going to use the HB pencil, and that'll give us a nice soft lead for value, but also it'll be firm enough to draw. So I'm just drawing a couple of curved lines. I'm drawing a double line with some spaces in the middle, and this is going to be a piece of bamboo that's kind of curving and bending. Okay. Let me add another piece that's maybe going straight up. And you can draw along with me, or you can just watch this video, and then after the video is over, if you want to just kind of try it on your own, you can. It doesn't matter. I will be speeding up some parts of the video because it's kind of long. We want to get through it. So there's my basic sketch, and now I'm going to start adding some value using my pencil. So I've got a few little lines I want to add to separate the pieces of bamboo. That's kind of how it grows, with those little lines in between. And I want to establish my light source. So I'm going to pretend that my light is coming from the left-hand side of my page. That means the left-hand side of my bamboo is going to be the lighter area, and the darker area will be on the right-hand side. So when I'm working on the right-hand side, I want to press really hard with that pencil and get the absolute darkest I can get with that pencil lead. And then as I work towards the middle of each piece of bamboo, I'm going to lighten up my pressure, and I'm not going to press as hard. And you can make little lines that go across like this that slightly curve, and that will give the bamboo kind of a feeling of curving. Or you can just make straight lines. Let me give you a little closer image here. And I'm going to use my Q-tip and do some blending. And that's working okay. Honestly, sometimes old school is better, so let's get that finger going. And I'm going to do this to all my bamboo pieces on this side. So I'm going to do all the dark lines on the right, and I'm going to keep it nice and light on the other side. And if the other side tends to get too dark, just use your eraser to lighten up. So I'm going to do a little bit of speeding up of the video here at this point. I'm going to add a few leaves coming out of my bamboo here, just real gentle and waving and simple. And I'm going to add a little value to those leaves as well. So I just start by drawing some lines, and then I'll turn each line into its own leaf. And that's kind of a good way to start with leaves. A lot of times when you're drawing leaves, you want to, I see kids draw them right against the tree bark or the bamboo. I would see it, but that's not right. You want to draw a little branch coming out first and then attach your leaves to that, and that would give you the correct way to draw them. I'm just going to speed this up a little bit here so you're not watching this poor video for the whole day, but I'm just adding some value to my leaves, trying to remember to put the value on the underside and the right side of those leaves because the light source, remember, is on the left-hand side. So we want to make sure to show the light source. And if you can get your lights and darks right, it's going to look realistic. To finish up, we're going to do the exact same thing to the other piece of bamboo, always remembering to keep our darkest values on the right-hand side of that bamboo and our lightest values on the left-hand side and our middle values smack dab in the middle. I'm just going to turn my paper here a little bit because sometimes it's just easier to work closer by turning your paper, give you a better access to it. And I'm just blending it with my finger because I found that I think my finger is working a little bit better than the Q-tip. Again, if you have a blending stick, blend away. Those things are awesome. But I'm assuming that most of us don't. I know that I left most of the blending sticks in the art room, so that's where those are. And again, I'm adding a few more leaves. I'm not going to go too crazy. I'm going to have one leaf kind of overlap just for something fun and different. Again, adding my darkest darks on the right-hand side and a little bit underneath. And just doing some blending and having some fun with it. There you have it. That's how you use value when creating art. It's a great way to make things look realistic, which is what we were trying to do today. And I cannot wait to see your drawings. Until then, take care and stay safe.
Barking dog. Scamper bite. Give me a scamper bite.